of dancing?
Sure.
Okay, well, great. Are you busy next week? What are you doing? Actually, I've got something next week, but I'll get you before we get out of here. Now, so Greer, you're our square dance, I don't know, aficionado, master. What is a square dance master called? Is there a name for that? Just a caller, I guess.
And I'm just a little baby dance caller. I mean, the really good ones call for 30, 40, 50 years, and that's what I hope I become.
That's insane to me. Okay, so you told me earlier you've been doing it for a few years. So you've got 30, 40, 50 years to go before you get to the level that you want to get to, which I think it was great. I think you crushed it. Did you guys agree? I think you guys were all doing a really good job. Everyone immediately got it, and I was sure this crowd was not going to dance the way they did. I told you, I was like, we'll have some dancers. You know, usually a lot of elderly people here, a lot of bad hips and knees, but they did it anyway. Okay, so tell me a little bit about the history of square dance, if you can. Because it's called square dance, but it's a circle, so immediately I have problems. Part of my brain is like, I don't know why we're doing that, but tell me what we know about square dance.
Sure, yeah. So one thing that you noticed is if someone says square dance, they might mean an event where there will be a mixture of some dances done in the shape of a square and other dances done in the shape of a circle or two lines facing each other.
Yeah.
So sometimes it means a type of event, and sometimes it means the form of the dance itself. So when we stood 8 couples in a box, that was a specific square dance. But really, this style of dancing goes back to before the 17th century. We have books where there are written down dances similar to what we do now from 1651. And, back in England and France, they were doing dances that they called quadrilles or cotillions, and those developed in their rowdiness and became what we have as square dancing. And the colonial story of America was a big part of that, right? So you had English colonists and French colonists coming over in the 17th century, the 18th century, bringing their dances with them, but then they faced all the struggles of developing a life in a new nation. They introduced new instruments from other cultures. They introduced new types of sound from other cultures. You have the Irish immigrants showing up with their jigs and their reels that they threw in there. You have African Americans, many of whom were enslaved, contributing as fiddle players and prompters, contributing that patter. It has the same roots as sort of rapping or other sort of poetry-based spoken word has the same roots. So it really was this coming together of many cultures to develop those dances that we received from the 17th century, 16th century, and develop them into something fun and rowdy that was done in settlements all over the U.S. and as it pushed farther west.
Hell yeah, that's a great answer. I love that. So what you're saying is essentially the history of square dance is in perfect tandem with the history of American music, where
Absolutely.
all of these cultures came together and we made it into a thing that it eventually became, which is a place for hillbillies to spit on the floor. I'm just kidding. It's not that. But it has become this very like country, thing. It's a rural thing nowadays, I suppose. How many square dances do you reckon are happening around the country? Is it still as popular as it used to be, or has it waned in popularity? Do you know?
The biggest era of popularity for square dancing was the 1950s and the 1960s.
Okay.
And in that time, just about everyone was square dancing. It's just what you did every week. You did it as a family even. And
no screens to look at. You got to go do something.
Yep, with live music preferably.
Yeah.
And unfortunately what happened is it got more and more niche because it got more and more complicated. So we did something tonight that anyone can stand up and do without any preparation. But people who made it their kind of ultimate hobby made some dances that are really complicated, and then it became sort of competitive, and then it became, you have to take lessons for a year before you can get on the dance floor, and you have to have a partner, and you have to have a costume. And so that unfortunately sort of led the popularity to decrease. But I feel like it's having a moment. It's coming back. People want community dance. People want connection. People want joy. People want exercise that's actually fun. And so these more accessible
These people want
dances,
that.
Yeah, you want it. Yeah. back, and it's coming back in its more accessible forms. Sometimes they're called barn dances, sometimes they're called square dances, but they're back in the community now. And you can find something going on in Kentucky kind of any given week, but maybe not in your particular city any given week.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. We stream this show out live, but, sorry, Matt, don't listen. We don't give a fuck about that. We care about the people who come to the show. Sorry, if you're watching at home, fuck you, eat my ass, that's fine. I'm just kidding. But, no, I think that because we're in such a weird time with the internet and everyone, especially during COVID, we all got so isolated. I think you're right that people really want to get back together again and do stuff together, and that proved it because everyone got up and danced tonight. That was awesome. So when is the next time that these people could go square dancing, that you'll be there calling?
Sure. If you want to come out to Grayson Springs on Saturday, we have an event there, and I know you're going to talk to the organizers, so I won't dwell on that.
That's right.
But right here in Louisville on May 8th at Jubilee Field on Barrett, there's a square dance from, I think, 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. I'll be calling that square dance with a band called the Whirly Gigs. So if you come to the Whirling Tiger, you should probably check out the Whirly Gigs.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you guys are playing what day?
I don't remember. May 9th.
May 9th. All right. Guys, give it up for Good River String Band and, of course, for Greer being our caller tonight. Thank you all so much. That was fantastic. We loved having you on. I can't wait to get you back. Greer, we're going to do some other form of dancing next time. All right, that buzzer means it's halftime, you guys. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will be talking to Savannah, Matt, and Christy about Grayson Springs Inn. We're going to learn what it is, what they're doing with it, and how we can all help. But first, we're doing a hard 20-minute break, which means we'll be back here at 9:15. So you have just enough time for a short shit or a long piss, okay? We'll see you back here at 9:15. Wow, listen to that crowd.
Go back on the road. You guys having a good time tonight? Sounds like it. Great. All right. Gary, hit me. Spotlight guy. You're not responding to your name, Gary. What's wrong? All right, let's do this shit. Time to settle down, folks. We're doing a whole lot of talking about community and shit like that tonight, and I like that about you guys, but I also like it when you shut the fuck up when I start talking. It's my favorite part of the show. Wow, it really happened. You did it just then. Okay, 420 blaze it, or whatever the kids are saying now. Actually, I don't think the kids are saying 420 blaze it anymore. I think they're done with drugs. Did the kids just start saying no to drugs? Gary, tits to dick, brother. Right there. Tits to dick. That's where you shine the light on me. Yeah. Not in my eyes. I can't see a fucking thing, Gary. That's why I got this little light of mine so I can read these cards, okay?
This little light of mine.
No, you're doing great, Gary. I mean, you are shining the light on the floor right now. You're kind of fucking it up, but you walked earlier, and you got enough credit with me where you're my favorite Gary, okay? For the rest of my life. We're bound together now, okay? It's me and you, Gary. Speaking of the rest of the crew, during the break, we selected our judge for the Wolfman set. Give it up for Judge Jin, everybody. Jin's, just get the wig.
Judge Jin. Tuesday Court of Law.
I've lost the robe, but you have on this like oversized black jacket, and it's perfect. Who needs a fucking robe?
No one's judging except for you. So.
Yeah, now Judge Jin, you don't have to do anything until our set. For now, you can just look cool in the wig. You can wear it as long as you want. You don't have to, though. You don't have to. Okay, real quick announcement. We gotta clear something up. So last week, I told you guys Gary tits to dick. It's too much in my eyes. I can't see a thing, Gary. Come on. Please. Please. Okay, so if you were here last week, you'll recall that we've had a little issue with our Facebook page, okay? To recap, Facebook wouldn't let us say honky in our name, Honky Talkin'. So our workaround for that when we created the page was to make it say Honky Talkin' with a 0 in it, in the honky, right? And for some reason, whenever you searched Honky Talkin' with a 0, it would give you this little error warning that says, child sexual abuse is illegal. Hello, what the fuck is that about? And why was that happening? This is real. I made everyone pull their phones out and look last week, and everyone was like, oh my God. So anyway, what we did was we went in there and we changed it. Facebook still won't allow you to say honky. I honestly, I still don't know why it was doing that, and I'm terrified to try to find out. I don't know how to Google that without ending up in Google jail or in real jail even. I don't know. So anyway, we were able to change the name of the Facebook page to Honky Talkin' with TLWG. The honky now has 2 E's in it, okay? Honk-E Talkin' with TLWG. That's just for Facebook. Things are going well for us is all I'm saying. The social media revolution is upon us, and everything's better now. Glad we got that cleared up. Here's another thing I need to clear up. This is a personal thing. Liberals, I love you. I am one of you, but we have to stop talking like astrology's real, okay? Can we, please? What the fuck are we doing with this? I don't know why, and this is the thing. I didn't fight my way out of religious indoctrination so that we